Hey guys, welcome in. Let me see. Let me check the audio really quick. I've literally been trying to clear my throat for the longest. Let me check the audio. Okay, cool. The audio's good. All right, welcome in, guys. Like I said, I've been trying to clear my throat for the longest, but we are here today for our weekly What to Expect. All right, from yesterday, I always date it. Somehow I end up doing this on Tuesday all the time. So maybe this is the day, y'all. I don't know. But this is for, you can consider it March 31st, April 1st to about the 6th, or give or take a few days, okay? So this is going to be our What to Expect. I will be starting this one a little bit differently, excuse me, because I do have a little personal story to share, just something that I recently went through. And if you saw my post on the community tab, then you know a little bit about that. And some of y'all, when I have been talking about this Neptune and Aries recently, I was still trying to piece it together and like figure out what it means for us. And just, I honestly could not like really get into the vibration of it. Like I just could not conceive it. And after what happened to me yesterday, literally, there were a lot of personal messages that came through for sure. And I know what those mean for me personally, but there was one big, huge collective message that was literally the puzzle, the piece of the puzzle that I needed for that Neptune and Aries. And that just snapped everything into place for me. So that's what we're going to start with. Make sure you guys hit the like button. All right. I don't know what is going on, honey. So let me get some water real quick. Yes, thank God for water. Okay. So we are going to get started. But I do want to share with that. I do want to start with sharing that. So, and then I will tie in the big message. So please stick with me. I'm not a long storyteller. Okay. So yesterday I was on my way home and, you know, a lot of us were under severe weather watches and things like that. I was on my way home and long story short, an EF1 tornado literally touched down right in front of me. Literally right in front of me. And, okay, I'll share all that towards the end. Let me just get to everything, just the facts. Let me just get to the point. It touched down right in front of me. And had I not turned my car when I did, had I waited a millisecond later, the outcome probably would have been way different. I was coming down and something was like, turn now, turn now, right? Like at this point, the rain was getting kind of, bad. And it said, turn now, like make a U-turn, like just cut in the middle of the road, just turn the car around. Literally no time to think. So I cut the car. At the same time that I'm doing that, there's a truck behind me that I didn't notice was doing the same thing. So I end up being able to get behind him and tail his tail lights, the back of his car, his truck, his lights, and just kind of slowly follow him into some neighborhood and this lady's driveway so we could hunker down, because at that point, the whole time that I'm tailing him, I cannot see anything. It's like it sounds, you know how they say it sounds like a freight train or something. Oh, it sounds like a fucking vortex, like it was just, and it was 1 p.m. Between 1:08 1:15 p.m. It looked like it was nighttime. It happened so fast, and please bear with me, y'all, because my body, like I'm still processing this, okay, and I'm getting to the message, okay. But so we did that. We hunkered down there, and the lady came out who owned the house how ironic that she didn't even speak English, right? So the guy that I followed there, she calls her husband, he's on the phone with him, and then he relays the message. Like, he says it's okay, we can stay here. So we stay there until it calms down. As I'm leaving, everything's calmed down. I'll call my family. My brother is coming to meet me so he can follow me home. Thank you, Ava. Oh, thank you so much. Um, my so he's following me home. But before that, I looked at where my car was, where I had gotten that intuition, that split second intuition to turn my car, to just do it. I could, when I was at that spot, there was a car coming towards me. I saw the headlights, and in a split second, it was gone. But I didn't not have time to process all of this, right? So my intuition is just sending me signals telling me what to do in split seconds, and I am having to act on it and not have time to overthink about it or think about the options and what I'm going to do. It was very instinctual. It was very fine-tuned intuition, like being so aligned with that. And that's the bigger message, y'all. That was the piece that I was missing for Neptune and Aries. And it's ironic because the event itself, like, yes, that's the message, that we're about to be living a whole lot of new experiences that we've never had before, that we may have thought were supernatural, otherworldly. Oh, that'll never happen. But Neptune is not in Pisces anymore. It's not just behind the veil and up in the ethers. It's in fire energy. Like, it's in boots on the ground, Mars, Aries energy. So it's like the ethereal is coming to us. The supernatural meets us. And so what that could mean, that could sound really woo-woo, but what that could mean is also just things that you have not experienced, right? Like, someone else may be their everyday life, that they live in a place that gets tornadoes all the time and they have this type of stuff. But for me, that was jarring, and I didn't have time to think, like, well, what should I do? And no, when I tell you, my intuition was like, do this, go there, do that. Yesterday, this was yesterday, and no, this was in Georgia. Yep, this was in Georgia. And so my intuition is just feeding me that quickly. And that's the bigger message that I got, y'all. Like, remember, the South Node is in Virgo. We in another very powerful Mercury retrograde. It's the time to overthink is done. Like, Neptune has transited all of the zodiacs. Even if we were not alive during that time, we have access to that energy, to those memories through the Akashic. Okay? So on a bigger scale, like, the collective message is like, you know what to do, or you will know what to do. And that's gonna come in handy. Like, that's gonna be yeah, it was Ava, it was, I think, widespread. Like, a lot of different places experienced it, which I'm really not surprised. Like, looking at all the astrology, I'm really not surprised. But yes, that was the bigger message. We are not in Kansas anymore. Like, nothing is familiar. Like, really know yourself. Really know what your intuition feels and sounds like to you when things feel unsafe, or when things feel safe, or this is the time that we're in. And that can also, like, this is not a fear monger, because that can also be a very beautiful thing, like things you never thought could happen for you. That might feel very otherworldly to you, right? But we are coming into a place where that's very possible. It's very possible. Okay. Okay. So I just wanted to share that, because that was the piece that I was missing for Neptune and Aries. That was it. And that was the irony about it, was that it was such a thing that you could not conceptualize it. You couldn't theorize it. You had to just actually live it. You had to experience it. And I think that's a lot of what Neptune and Aries is going to be for us. A lot of living it. Neptunian stuff, you know? So that is my little bit. I don't want to take up too much time with that, but I did want to share that because that was really life-changing. Like I said, y'all, I'm still processing it. I still might have downloads that come up that I'm guided to share. Like I said, a lot of the personal messages that came up, again, were very personal to me, and I know exactly what they mean for me, but that was one that was very clear. That was meant to share collectively, so I hope that it helps. This is the what to expect for March 31st to April 6th, and let's go ahead and get into it. I'm going to go ahead and start with Aries, because it's the new year. All right, let me get a chart up, something I can look at for you, and also still make sure the stream is going. Okay. Okay, Aries, let's take a look. So I'm going to be pulling you guys a guidance card, and then I will pull you all a tarot spread. Okay. Aries, again, I feel like a lot of y'all could be like taking inventory, so to speak. Like, I don't know, like who deserves to be around you, who deserves to be taken care of by you, who deserves your time. Because you're about to have Mars in your 5th house, and I was thinking about like what that means for you. Like, is that fun? Is that flirty? Look, you have Mary Magdalene here with sacred marriage. So you guys might really be getting people out the way, you know, who are just not serving you anymore, who are in the way, right? Because, you know, if we're foreshadowing a little bit, Aries, you're about to have a full moon in your 7th house of relationships of all kinds. Okay, so it definitely feels like you might be getting people out the way, and then you're gonna have Mars coming up in your 5th house soon, and that's a house of dating, romance, play, fun, creative pursuits as well. All right, so let's see how it might break down for you this week. Okay, you have the 4 of Wands in reverse. Yeah, I have felt that for you throughout this Mars transit in Cancer. Okay, and then you have the 10 of Pentacles on the bottom, which is also the Virgo lunar eclipse energy playing out. So there's still some things that I feel like you are working out when it comes to family. Maybe how that played a part. Like, it could be your mother. I get that strongly with the moon there too. How that played a part and you connecting like with romantic partners possibly. So there could be a lot of, they're saying psychological, that makes sense because of the stellium in your 12th house. There could be a lot of psychological aha moments, awakenings around that type of stuff. Okay, 6 of Wands here being the challenge with the 2 of Cups coming up again on the bottom of the deck. So it could be honestly like toxic relationships. Okay, toxic ways of connecting to people, and you're realizing perhaps how that goes way deeper than you ever knew, how that's connected to your past, how that may be connected to your upbringing. Okay, even if this is not of the romantic sense, like even if it's like a contractual relationship or something. Let's see. What's the guidance here for Aries? Oh, as I say, contractual, the 3 of Pentacles, which is like contract card, comes out in reverse, and you have the Hermit card, which is Virgo here. So I don't see any major arcanas just in the 3 cards that I have, but the Hermit did come up on the bottom of the deck. So I feel like there might be big changes you want to make. As I cut the deck, Judgment is there. That's Scorpio. I feel like there might be big changes you want to make. Maybe you have been pondering them. I mean, we have planets retrograde, so that makes sense. Okay, clarify the 4 of Wands. Ten of Swords, King of Cups, and you have a lot of love for these individuals, or yeah, I'm gonna say that because you're having a full moon coming up in the 7th house. You have a lot of love or history, or again, like deep attachment to these people in the 4th house, or these people that you're trying to let go of. A lot of you, it does have to do with like your upbringing, your family, or something like that, or your value system. Really reevaluating that. Okay. And some of you during this time, during this retrograde, could have been really reevaluating your relationship to a specific person. I do have the Queen of Pentacles out here. Could be a Capricorn. Whether it's based off of like intuitively, I feel like some of you might be reevaluating whether it's real, whether it's something you want to continue to invest in, especially if you feel like it's just based out of like, I don't know, attention, or like just seeking validation. Clarify the Three of Pentacles in reverse, the Knight of Swords, the Death card, and the World. Okay, there's 2 major arcanas coming on your guidance. The Death card, Scorpio. Yeah. Okay, so I definitely feel like this week, either there's communication or you, okay, they're saying the word precursor. So there's communication, or you get information that something's going to be changing in a relationship. Okay, the Death card and the 3 of Pentacles in reverse. Like, that's like incompatibility, or something needs to change, or, you know, I'm hearing some of you, maybe a contract needs to be renewed, but I'm leaning more towards like some of you might be cutting something out or severing a tie with someone or something, because the World is out here with the Death card and the Knight of Swords. It could seem very all of a sudden or quick, but I do feel like this is something you've been pondering. This is something you've been thinking about or foreshadowing. Okay. And I feel like any romantic partners or anything like that who is getting out of the way, or who's getting cut out or something like that, Aries is definitely making room for the sacred marriage. Okay, so that's what I have for you, Aries. Let me oh, I'm so sorry, Ava. I just saw your chat over there. Yes, I appreciate you coming through. I appreciate you. Catch the next one for sure. Okay. All right, let's get Taurus on the screen. Okay, Taurus. Okay. Hold on, guys. Okay, Taurus, I am sorry about that. Let's go ahead and tap in. Okay, so Taurus, you guys have been having this whole, like, I feel like glow up storyline going on, I feel. Some of you, I can see it, like I said, being a sobriety journey or something like that. There could definitely be aha moments that you're having around the groups and the people that you need to be associating yourself with or no longer associate yourself with. Um, Also about the direction of your life, you have Oma with watch your words this week. It could possibly be about something that you're like very headstrong about, or I don't know, very assertive about, they're saying. Okay, let's break it down in the tarot. For Taurus. Theme. Oh, okay. 2 cards. You have the 6 of Swords and the 9 of Cups in reverse. Oh, okay. So I feel like possibly having to leave something, but maybe not wanting to, whether that's you or someone else. What's the challenge here? Challenge is the Page of Cups. So like feelings or children. What's the guidance for Taurus? Okay, the 9 of Pentacles. So it's about for you this week feeling very confident. Maybe something about your standards. There you are with the Hierophant, Taurus. So it could be something about your standards. Okay, not feeling like you have to lower yourself or lower your standards to be with someone. You have judgment here. So you could be making a judgment call with someone that maybe you don't even want to do. You don't even want to cut somebody off, or you don't want somebody to leave, but you might have to. Okay, your guiding card was Oma with watch your words. Yeah, you have the Devil. You have the Fool and the Ace of Wands. Like, yeah. So, yeah. Some of you could be dealing with a Capricorn or Aries. Clarify the Page of Cups. 8 of Wands, the 5 of Cups, and the 3 of Cups. Yeah. Hangman could be a Pisces. Page of Swords and the 2 of Pentacles here. And for you, if there is either an ending or you're beginning to consider one this week, it feels like in your guidance you have the Page of Swords, the Hangman, 2 of Pentacles, and 9 of Pentacles. There could be something that maybe you were putting on the back burner because of this relationship or because of this connection that now you're being encouraged to kind of lean more into. Okay, so this is really maybe feeding away from the drama, which I feel like, or leaning away from feeding your emotions or feeding the flames of whatever this connection might be, because this feels like it's the end of it. Clarify the Devil. The Sun, you could be seeing the truth about somebody. Could be a Leo. Or also I'm getting like you could also be in seeing the truth in someone, you could also just want to feel a different energy, want to feel lighter, happier. Hey, Nikki, you know. Give me one more guidance. Yeah, the Magician here. So that's where you need to be putting your energy. Whatever it is that you maybe have been putting off, or maybe this relationship or this partnership or friendship, whatever it is, has been distracting you from something else. Put your energy into that something else, that other thing. Okay? Some of you could also be dealing with a Gemini or a Virgo. All right? So that's what I have for you, Taurus. I appreciate you guys. I pray those messages find you all are helpful and healing. We get to Gemini. And, you know, Taurus, you guys have also been closing out, you know, some connections because you just had a Virgo lunar eclipse in your 5th house. I don't even have your chart up, so let me make sure I'm right. I am. In your 5th house. And, yeah. Yeah, so put your energy into yourself, your spiritual journey. You have this 12th house stuff going on, your 11th house, you know, invest in your future. Okay, in your future self, who you want that person to be. All right, that sounds cliche, but that's your vibe right now. Okay, let's go ahead and get to Gemini. Let me get it moving. Get Gemini's name on the screen. Why did I feel like it was so dark outside? I'm like peeking through my blinds and it's very light. Okay, Gemini. I will just pull your chart up just in case I need to reference it, but I do kind of want to be on the screen with you guys. Okay, Gemini. Let's see. Okay. I like how that came out. You got Kuan Yin with kindness and nurturing. I'm hearing this song, let me give you some love and affection. It's called Love and Affection. I think it's by a Caribbean artist named Pressure. You do have kindness and nurturing out here with Kuan Yin. So let's break this down this week. For Gemini, what's the main thing here? Okay, you have the King of Pentacles and the Four of Wands. That's stable. That's a person that's very stable. Very reliable. Especially, I'm saying that not just because of the King of Pentacles, but the Four of Wands on the bottom of the deck. Okay. Oh, the Queen of Swords. The Six of Cups. Ooh. If that's okay, so if this is a connection or somebody that you're relating to in some kind of way, Gemini, this could either be, the challenge could either be you and your past, okay, letting things go from the past, or someone from your past or their past. Guidance is the Hangman. That's the only major arcana out right now, and that's Pisces too. The Knight of Cups here. Okay. Clarify the King of Pentacles, the Page of Swords, the Two of Pentacles. Okay, Magician here. Could be a Virgo, maybe another Gemini. I feel like it's a lot of communication going on this week, Gemini. It could be of this vibration, this kindness and nurturing, the Kuan Yin vibration. Okay, but I feel like it's a lot of communication. Clarify the Two of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups, and the Ten of Swords. If it's not this person that's in and out, you might be in and out, Gemini. You might be feeling in and out of it this week, which we do kind of have that this week with the astrology. We do kind of have that this week. I would say the beginning of the week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, it's good. Thursday and Friday, we start to see some squares, but I feel like things even out Saturday. So there could be some ebb and flows, you know. Just to let you know. So if something, you know, you ebb out of a feeling, you might flow back into it by the end of the week, okay? So remember, we're in Aries energy too, so there could be a lot of impulses. Okay, another Queen just came out, so we could definitely be thinking about someone's past. Again, if it's not someone else's energy that's in yours or theirs, then I'm gonna read this as like your past, or, you know, past experiences that you have had that are, you know, clouding your judgment with the Eight of Swords, meaning like not clouding your judgment, but taking over your mental, right? Constantly thinking about it, you know, maybe what your ex did, or is this person gonna do that, or are they just like them, or are they talking to somebody else? You know, there could be a lot of energy like that there. Remember, your guidance is the Hangman here. That's Piscean energy, which, need I remind you, is the opposite of Virgo energy, where the South Node is overthinking, obsessing about stuff, and being very meticulous in every little detail, where Pisces is very flowy, and it's the opposite of that. Okay, more Piscean energy with the Nine of Cups, clarifying that Justice is Libra, and the Lovers. Okay, Gemini, I'm gonna keep it real. If this is your energy, either way, I think chill this week, okay? Relax, especially if it's when it comes to overthinking, okay? When it comes to overthinking, when it comes to intrusive thoughts, okay? Let it play out. Let some things play out, because one thing about this energy that we're in is like, you will know what to do when it's time to do it. So if you have to overthink about it, it's probably not you. You need to figure out what your intuition's saying. You know what I'm saying? Not what the mind is saying. And Mercury's also retrograde, right? So that's what I would say. Okay, that's what I would say with this energy, how this is out here. All right, so that's what I have for you, Gemini. That is what I have for you guys. I'm sorry. Everybody want to taste me. What? Yeah. No. Hold on, guys. Okay. All right, guys. That's what I have for you, Gemini. I appreciate you guys. I pray those messages find you well or helpful in healing. I'm going to go ahead and get to Cancerians. Wow. As soon as I looked at the time, it was 33:33. Crazy. Okay, let me change it to Cancer. I cannot get that. I know it's old. But I cannot get that Tyler song out of my head, that Water song. I was watching, somehow end up watching like some dance battles or something. There was this one girl who I was just completely mesmerized with just her love, her passion for dance. And it made me like the song, where I had never really vibed to that song before. So I'm like, that's very powerful when somebody really, really loves what they do. Okay. Let's go, Cancerians. I heard let's flow, Cancerians. Are you flowing more? You are a water sign. Should be flowing. Okay. Oh yeah, you've definitely been getting lots of spiritual insights with that stellium up there in the 9th house, the God house. Okay. Tell me for Cancerians here. Okay, you have believe in yourself. That is crazy, because that is literally 9th house stuff. That is literally 9th house stuff. And you also have 10th house stuff going on, which is also confidence, because it's the most public part of your chart, is, you know, how everybody sees you and everything. It's your status in the world, you know, your career. And you've had Mars in the 9th house. And then it's going to, excuse me, not Mars in the 9th house. You've had Mars in your 1st house, literally building your confidence. I'm talking to Cancerians. Yes, literally building your confidence. Okay, let's see. What's the theme here? So Inanna out here makes sense for you. Okay, the Page of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune. So there could be some touchy things that come up. There could be some, I'm not even going to say touchy. It could be a mix of emotions, old feelings that come up. I get the feeling of like nostalgia. Hold on. YouTube was saying weird stuff. Is it still on? Let me check. Okay. I get the touch of like nostalgia or something like that. Okay, that you guys could really be feeling that this week. The Knight of Swords. There could be words that are spoken that like trigger certain things or trigger certain memories or certain feelings within you. Some of them could be kind of uncomfortable. I don't know if they're destabilizing, you know, but they might be uncomfortable. The Ace of Pentacles and the Page of Wands. There could be like a confidence test around money or self-worth or something like that. You've had the Moon squaring Pluto. Pluto's in your 8th house. That's a finance house. Okay, the World coming out sideways. Okay, we'll clarify it. 4 of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. That's also finance. That can also be like Sometimes the Four of Pentacles, I'm not gonna lie, for me, sometimes the Four of Pentacles can be like scarcity or something like that as well. Okay, let's clarify. Page of Cups. Clarify the Ace of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands, Three of Pentacles, and the Chariot. Okay, that's you. Three of Wands, Queen of Cups, and the Hierophant. I feel like this is really good, Cancerians. I feel like this is really, really good. And I feel like the challenge might be you feeling like you're unworthy. I completely forgot that your guiding card was Inanna. Believe in yourself. I feel like that's the challenge. You feel, because I feel like there could be an opportunity. There could be something, or you're receiving help. For some of you, it could be mentorship. You have some stuff going on in your 9th house and 10th house. It could be career mentorship or something like that. But I feel like there's an opportunity to elevate, or to merge, to collaborate with other people, with the Three of Pentacles here, the Chariot, the Ace of Pentacles. I feel like it happens quickly. And remember what I said with my little personal story at the beginning. We are in a world now where, and you know, settling into a world where we ain't got time to overthink, you know, and that could be triggering for you. But I do feel like this is positive. You know, you have the World, Queen of Cups, the Hierophant, and the Three of Wands. It feels like something is promising and like something is ready to go to the next level. And that's literally the title. What did I name it? Like Bridges Being Built Over Troubled Waters or something. So I do feel like this is a great opportunity. And I think the main thing that you need to remember this week and focus on, remember that you have been working on your confidence, Cancerians. And whatever this is a result of that. You have earned it and you deserve it. So act like it. Okay? That's what I have for you guys. All right. Let me clear this out before I get Leo up there. Leo, I'm hearing a weird song for you. I haven't really heard that song since I was little. And I think it's, I want to say Goody Mob. It's like, I'm so sick of being lonely every night while my man goes out with his homies. Okay. I want to know what it feels. Sick of being lonely. I heard that could mean a lot of things. Sorry guys, I'm reading the message on YouTube trying to decipher like what does it mean. Okay, Leo. Let's see. Do you want to get your chart up really quick just so I can reference it if I need to? Leo, don't forget to hit the like button, guys. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Okay. Some of you have been merging. Okay. You have the South Node in your 2nd house. Some of you have been changing your values, challenging your values. That could be challenging who you connect with, who you grow closer with or not, get deeper with, allowed to get closer to you. You have butterfly mating here with beautiful change. And the moon's going to go into your sign at the end of the week, Sunday, where we have some, I think, some pretty intense energy. Okay, let's see. For Leo, let's break it down a little bit more. See how it might break down into the week for you guys. Okay, 2 cards. You have the King of Swords and the Ace of Swords. Could be dealing with some air energy this week. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. 10 of Pentacles. Maybe some eclipse stuff, because we're still in eclipse season. Okay, you have the 9 of Pentacles. Six of Swords in reverse and the Seven of Swords on the bottom of the deck. So I don't know. Some of you might have to deal with something. Page of Swords. You got a lot of swords out here. Maybe some information, some conversations. I'm hearing relayed. So something that's maybe told to you by someone else. Mercury is retrograde. Venus is retrograde. You know, don't be surprised. And I don't know. It could really be about facing something. Yep. Judgment. The Empress and the Six of Pentacles. Okay, so I feel like a lot of you are maybe being tested on like your self-worth and what you will accept. Yeah, I'm hearing the fountain that keeps giving. I don't even know what that means. You know, I know what they mean by it metaphorically, right? Like giving when your cup is empty, giving until your cup is empty, never getting it back. Okay, the Six of Pentacles is out here. I think this is about making a judgment call, and I'm hearing a final judgment call about something. Yeah, the Three of Wands, the Justice card, okay, and the Three of Cups. There could be, the challenge could be like really, again, it's a lot about self-worth. You have the South Node in your second house. You know, you're going to be dealing with themes and building on themes of that for the next like year and a half or so. And that's good because it will help build that. And I think in this instance, it might be helping you untether yourself from people who might use you or become codependent on you, or maybe you with them, or, you know, it's mutual or something. Okay. And so that decision could really come to the forefront for you this week as we literally lead up to a lunar eclipse in Libra, which Libra rules the 7th house of relationships. Okay, yeah, you have the World, the Ace of Pentacles, the Four of Wands here. So I feel like a lot of you, and it doesn't have to be like some of you, honestly, maybe it's not that, you know, you're completely severing a tie or something like that, but something has to be faced. Okay, the Six of Swords is in reverse, so it feels like you can't run from it, that you can't escape from it. Literally, like, I feel like all of this ties into what I was saying about the download I got about Neptune and Aries earlier. Like, we're just living it now. It's no time to overthink about it. We can't escape it with Pisces being, you know, with Neptune being in Pisces and all in the ethers. Like, no, it's in our face. Like, you know, these decisions are in our face because it's time. It's time to materialize all of these things, which are great. But we gotta, you know, we gotta handle some things. So that's what this feels like. So I would say whatever it is, Leo, face it head on this week. You know, don't postpone it, don't put it off, don't procrastinate about it. Whatever it is, go ahead and just handle that. Okay, so that's what I have for you guys. I pray those messages find you well or helpful and healing, Leo. All right, let's go ahead and get Virgo up on the screen. Okay. Virgo. Wait, let me get your chart. Let me get your chart. Because you kicked off eclipse season and, you know, things are still playing out. Okay, so you guys could be having a change, just a little foreshadow, because you're going to be having a lunar eclipse in your second house. You could also be having a change to like your self-worth. You could be having a change to your finances or something like that, something that you share with another person. Let's see. Hey Ava, thanks for coming back. Okay, let's see, Virgo. You have Athena with wise decision. I like owls for confirmation this week. Owls. An owl. Let's see. Athena. Decision for Virgo. Let's see for Virgo. Okay, you have the Queen of Swords coming out kind of sideways. We will clarify. What's the challenge this week? The Knight of Pentacles. Okay. Could be patience. Could be Saturn. That's what I'm getting. Could be rules, regulations, something slowing you down or something you feel like is slowing you down. As I cut the deck, you just gave me confirmation with your card showing up. The Hermit. Okay. What's the guidance? The Seven of Cups in reverse. Temperance on the bottom of the deck is Sagittarius. Okay. So this is what I feel like I don't even need to clarify, but this is what I was saying, Virgo, about that 7th house for you guys. It can be a slippery slope. But I feel like with Neptune having been leaving out of there, but remember he's going to slide back in there a little bit later this year. But with this 7th house of yours in Pisces, it can be very easy to idealize people, to put people on a pedestal, to, look at people like they are flawless or like they are holier than thou, and no harm, no foul. But that could really happen with that setup there, and especially with when Neptune was transiting through there all that time. So, and I still feel like we're feeling the effects of that. It's not just that Neptune's in Aries and everything is just all different. We still feel those effects. So I feel like this is really touching on that, okay? Over idealizing someone is not advised. Over idealizing a situation, seeing it the way you want to see it, but not the way it is, not advised, okay? Neptune is in Aries. Neptune is in your 8th house now. Now, it could be that what you're seeing is very deep. It's very hard to process, possibly. And that doesn't have to be a bad thing. Just like maybe take, I don't know, time to process, because it's the 8th house. All right, let's clarify. 7 of Pentacles, the 9 of Cups, and the King of Cups here. Again, this could be about money for you guys. Just kind of foreshadowing to that Libra eclipse y'all are going to have. This could be the precursor this week, like setting the stage for something. The Knight of Wands. Strength card and the 6 of Swords. Yeah. Okay. Clarify. Okay. Clarify the 7 of Cups in reverse. Yeah. So I feel like for you guys during this time, it's going to be really important to not be impulsive. Okay. I feel like this week something could feel like it's taking longer, or there could feel like there's a delay in something. For whatever reason, it's purposeful. It is going to take off. It is going to balance out. Okay? You have the 3 of Wands and the Justice card here. But the 10 of Swords here too. So like there is something very important, poignant, they're saying. I don't even use that word. Why? I'm talking to Virgo though. Intellectuals. Anyways, there's something very important about like this impulsivity, or being able to sit still, or to wait, or to have patience, or to know that something's going to work out. Maybe your impulsivity or your need to rush or get something done fast is because you maybe don't truly believe it's going to be there, and because if you know that something is for you, it's always going to be there. It's always going to be the right time when you link up with it. Okay, so remember your guiding card was Athena with wise decision here. So impulsivity, I don't think is advised here, Virgo, again. And I feel like if something is taking a little longer, try not to take it as like things working against you. Okay? So yeah, I'm just hearing slow down. Okay. That's what I have for you, Virgo. That's what I have for you, okay? I pray those messages find you well, are helpful, healing. All right, thank you. And please don't forget to hit the like button. Okay. All right, y'all, let's see. I'm going to do Libra, and then I need to take a quick break. Very, very quick break. Okay. But Libra, let's get into it. Let's get your chart up in case I need to see it. Because you have a full moon coming up. I swear, and I don't know what it means. So, but every time I get into Libra's energy lately, I've been hearing that it's an old Mario song. And I think it's literally called Breakup. That could mean a lot of things, though. Okay. Let's see. Shuffle up and see what's going on here. Yeah, so there's definitely going to be, I mean, there's been a spotlight on your relationships because the sun is moving through your 7th house. You just had a solar eclipse there. Okay. So something could be changing about you. I feel like a lot of you Libras also have a lot of work stuff happening, a lot of work stuff changing for you. As I'm about to shuffle, balance, Mawu Lisa on the bottom of the deck. Libra energy. Okay, let's see. For Libra, let's get your guiding card for the week. Okay, you have Nematona with safe space. Some of you might feel like you need to like have like an anchor, a base. What? Look, as I say that, Temperance and the 5 of Wands. So yeah, I'm hearing like shitstorm. Like some of you, there could be something, just things going on around you. Like I said, for a lot of you, even in your chart, there could be some work stuff going on. What's the theme for Libra? You have the 3 of Cups in reverse and the 5 of Swords here. Yeah. And yep, because you just had the you had the lunar eclipse in the 12th house too, which is a hidden house, which means something about it was illuminated. Okay, which could have been secrets, could have been hidden enemies. I mean, that's 12th house stuff. And it could have been something dealing with work, quote unquote work, friends, colleagues, things like that. Okay, with the 5 of Swords. And I just cut the deck in the 7 of Swords. That's not a lie. Okay. What's the what might be the challenge here for Libra? The 7 of Wands here, kind of sideways. It might be not, or I don't know, knowing what to do to stand up for yourself, or if it's appropriate to stand up for yourself. I don't know. What's the guidance here? This kind of fell out weird. The Hangman. It's Pisces. The Empress. Ooh. So yeah, maybe you might be, you know, kind of tested to be the one with class, okay? Clarify the 3 of Cups in reverse. There it is. Literally, the first card out to clarify is the 3 of Pentacles. Some of you are dealing with some work friends. I heard work snakes instead of friends. They replace friends with snakes. I'm sorry, my eyes irritate me. The 7 of Pentacles. And the 9 of Cups here. This could be maybe about like competition, a little jealousy or something. Yeah, the Magician here, the 2 of Pentacles, and the 8 of Cups. Yeah, okay. I feel like, I don't know if people want a reaction out of you or something, but I feel like that's going to be the challenge. Page of Cups, the World. Yeah, and the 2 of Wands. And I feel like you're going to be challenged, Libra, to think about your future. Okay, the 2 of Wands. Especially if there's something that is like, I'm hearing promise to you or something. I don't know what that means. Like, you know, maybe a promotion or something like that, or a position. But I'm hearing if there's something, just plans that you have made for your future, like do not jeopardize that. Okay, what would cause Pisces to be in that Seven of Wands energy anyway? Judgment here and the Ten of Swords. A Scorpio, and cut the deck. The Knight of Pentacles here. This could be someone or something, that is like, you feel like maybe threatening something that you worked hard on, or something or someone who's been testing your patience for a long time with the Knight of Pentacles and Judgment and the Ten of Swords. And your guiding card was literally Nematona with safe space. So I think it's important going into this week, Libra, to make sure that you have that you know what that is for you, that you know how to calm yourself down. Some of you, I'm seeing you like in a literal space. Like, I don't know if that's your office or something like that. Okay. I'm hearing work staff too, Yeah, and I feel like some of you could have been picking up on someone's like slights or like their passive aggressiveness or something like that. Okay. Yeah, I'm hearing I can feel it in the air. Okay, so just be mindful of that. I feel like you just have your safe space. Like, you be your own anchor and know what you have to lose. Like, that's what I feel like they want you to have in your forefront. Know what you have to lose and act accordingly. Okay, Libra? Because again, there's a full moon coming up literally in your sign on your relationship axis. So we will talk about it. All right, but that's what I have for you guys for now. I appreciate you. I pray those messages find you all are helpful and healing. I'm going to go ahead and take a little quick break. Literally like 2 minutes. I will be right back. All right, guys. Thank you so much for your patience. Let me go ahead and get Scorpio on the screen. Okay, Scorps. I feel like you guys are about to be playing a lot more. Also, Scorpio, I forgot I was on the screen. Also, Scorpio, I feel like the message that I shared at the beginning, my experience that I had, I feel like for a lot of Scorpio risings, that could definitely be starting to be our everyday life. Like, not even being dramatic, like literally starting to see things in our everyday life that we are like, what in the actual fuck is going on? You know, and I think we can handle it, you know, but I just want to say that, like, I really feel like that, because even after that experience, just yesterday I had that experience, even after that, it's like that was the message. Like, I have still been hit with, and not negative, I'm not saying it like it's negative, like just situations where it's just like, wow, I've never dealt with this before. You know, so yeah. All right, let's see. So yeah, that could definitely be a thing for you, Scorpio. All right, let's see what's going on here. Ooh, I like, you have Persephone with new beginnings. Love that. I feel like you've definitely been exploring your confidence and just like also building your faith with Mars having been in the 9th house. And woo, when Mars goes into your 10th house of Leo, stop. Stop, Scorpio. Do you remember when it was in there before? Before it went retrograde last year? Oh, I can't get the date. I don't know. But last year, I want to say like October, November. Maybe September. No, I want to say October. Okay? How that was feeling with Mars in the 10th house? Yeah. And Mars has really learned some shit with this retrograde. Really learned some shit. So when he goes direct in that 10th house, I'm telling you, it's up. It's up in all the great ways. All right, now let's talk about this week. The moon, the sun. Oh my God. This is only a Scorpio reading. Period. The eclipse is your guidance. Literally, your guidance is the sun and the moon. The eclipse is your guidance. Okay? And the next one that we have coming up is the Libra one. 7 of Swords and the Strength card. What is happening? Clarify the 2 of Swords, the Page of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles. Ooh, and the Hierophant. So you could be delivering some information that you're hesitant about delivering. Okay? Whether you've been thinking about this or this is vice versa, somebody is thinking about delivering you some information that they might be hesitant about delivering. For some of you, this could be a job. Okay? You have been hesitant about turning in the resignation or something, or something changing. Okay? For some of you, it could be that. Very, very much so. Okay? With everything that's been going on in your chart, Scorpio. As I say that, just so Spirit's like, you're not crazy. Confirmation, the 8 of Pentacles, okay, which is a work card, which is coming out in the challenge, clarifying the 10 of Swords, okay, the Star, which is Aquarius. You also have Taurus out here, Leo, Cancer. Okay, and the Queen of Wands here. You know what? You could be dealing with a fear of letting people down. Letting people down, letting someone down, feeling like, oh, I committed to this thing. I need to do it. I need to stick with it. But I'm here to tell you the South Node is in your 11th house. Okay, so the guidance, like I said, is literally the eclipse for you. But this could be the whole eclipse season. Okay, that this 2 of Swords energy has been going on, Scorpio. And I feel like this week, something like, because the 10 of Swords is the challenge. It's like this fear of maybe taking action or being confident in your decision. Okay? And I feel like that's being triggered up this week so that you can really get the courage to act on something, to really be able to solidify some type of new beginning. Because you just had a solar eclipse in your 6th house. Like, your everyday life is about to change. And you're about to have an eclipse in the 12th house of the past. So this is like done. Okay, nine of Wands, the Chariot, Cancer. You got a lot of major arcanas. This is big. Okay, and the King of Pentacles. Woo-wee. This is like a road. Okay, so you're bridging. Remember the title that I have here? You are bridging a road to stability. You are bridging a road out of hardship, out of financial hardship, out of feeling like the rugs can just be pulled from underneath your feet. This is really solidifying something stable, but something about this takes courage. Okay? And if the action is not taken this week, which I'm not saying you have to, right? You have to go with your rhythm as well. Something is taking courage, whether it is an action that you're taking or just the thought is coming up and it's becoming very much stronger. Like, okay, I have to do this. I have to do it. Okay, so that's what I have for you, Scorpio. All right, I appreciate you guys. I hope that those messages find you well, are helpful and healing. All right, please don't forget to hit the like button whenever you do catch this, Scorpio. I really appreciate that. And we're going to go ahead and get to Sagittarius. Okay. Okay, KK. I would hear that coming into Sagittarius energy. Very playful. I think I'm going to have to make that a little smaller. Yeah, there we go. All right, Sag, let me get your chart on the screen. I'll come back to the screen just so I can see the things that are going on. All right, you have the solar eclipse in the 5th house. Playful, fun. Love that. Yeah, and you're about to have an eclipse in the 11th house, just like Scorpio had an eclipse in the 11th house. So you're about to have an eclipse in the 11th house of friends, associations, groups. Okay, maybe the direction of your life could be changing. Okay, talk to me for Sag Spirit this week. What is that main theme for these guys? Oops, my alarm going off. 8:45 could be significant for you guys. I had an alarm just go off at that time. You have Lilith with Face Your Shadow. Okay. I've not seen Lilith out here today. Or in a minute. Okay, so we're talking about the shadow. It might not be yours, I'm hearing. Could be somebody else's darkness or a dark cloud or something. Or for some of you, you could see yourself kind of like mirrored back to you in a way that maybe you're not expecting to see yourself. Okay. All right, let's break it down with the tarot, how it might break down for you this week. You have the 4 of Pentacles. Okay, with the King of Swords. This could be about, it could be about spending. Okay, there could be like some shadow stuff coming up around spending. For some of you guys, the moon, yeah, it's going to be moving through your 8th house this week. And the 5th house can also be that too, can also be like financial. What's the challenge here? I'm hearing making the right decisions. So you have the 5 of Cups here as a challenge. With the 2 of Cups, lamenting. I heard the word lamenting. So this could be about not getting caught up in the past, okay? Because you do have a lot going on in the 5th house, right? You have some retrogrades that have went on there, and now they're in your 4th house. But right, like touchy-feely, old flames, old people that you used to date, and things like that. So I could see that with the Five of Cups being here and the Two of Cups being a challenge, in the Wheel of Fortune this week. So maybe old people coming back, or if it's not, getting stuck in nostalgia, which could literally be what they're speaking of when it comes to facing your shadow. You know, getting so stuck. I do that, you know. I do that. Me and my Sagittarius sister, and we always love those like old nostalgia videos that, you know, people put together, like a compilation of like all the things that made up your childhood, and it has a little music with it and stuff. But you know that it has its place. You know, you can't live there. You can't live in the past. Okay, what's the guidance here? Dang, the Hangman has been coming out as guidance for everybody, okay? Pisces is like, okay, we about to slow all this Aries energy down. And that's cool because we still have a stellium in Pisces just as much as we have one in Aries. Okay, so you have the Queen of Wands, the Page of Cups here. Let's see, can you tell me more about what's going on here? Four of Pentacles, Ten of Cups, King of Wands, and the High Priestess. You have more Piscean energy out here. Okay. I'm hearing, can you hold your vision? Seven of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, and the Emperor here. I'm wondering if some of you are starting your own thing, especially Sag rising. That fifth house stuff. Starting a home business, starting an entrepreneur, like really starting your own thing. And that being a challenge, I don't know if there are financial challenges. Literally, those cards out here, Seven of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles. Ace of Cups, Ten of Swords, and the Strength card. Okay. Okay. I feel like some of y'all might not want to hear this. Okay, but I feel like this energy for you more so this week is like more so like about faith or keeping something alive, like keeping the dream alive, keeping the hope alive, which is literally in my notes for what I took for the astrology this week. It, you know, it's a messy page, but it was really, it says what? Keep the dream alive, vitality. Is a lot about this, is a lot of this week. And there's a lot of unexpected energy too. There's a lot of room for the unexpected to happen this week as well. But I do feel like this is possibly about facing your shadow, either when it comes to spending or just, I don't know, having faith, remaining positive around something could be a theme this week, Sagittarius. And you know you are our optimists, right? I'm a Sag sun, so you know. Okay. And honestly, like, you know, I don't want that to sound doom and gloom, because honestly what I'm getting, Sag, is like whatever it is gives you, it's like it's giving you confidence, or it's making you ponder something, right? Like, well, maybe I could do this, you know, myself. Or, you know, for some of you it could be like yeah, okay, because I'm hearing ends meet. Okay, some of you could be seeing like that you're working something, or you have a job, or you've been working really hard, but it's still not helping you reach a certain goal or something that you're trying to achieve. And all that is very purposeful, possibly with all this stuff happening in your fifth and fourth house, to push you into doing something, push you into having that confidence in yourself, or in a dream, or to start something. Yeah, come on, get out of here. I just looked at your chart and you have the South Node in the 10th house. Okay, yeah, literally. So some of you could be changing direction, changing literally your identity, how people see you, your status in the world. And just really, I don't know, some of you might really be needing to lean into that and have faith in that change. Okay, don't cling too much to like titles and things like that. I would say with that transit while the South Node is going through your 10th house. And with that, not saying you can't be proud of the things that you have accomplished, or you know what you've achieved, but don't be afraid to change. You know, don't be afraid to go for something else too, if that's what's calling you. All right, so that's what I have for you, Sag. I appreciate you. I pray those messages find you well, are helpful and healing. All right, let's go to Capricorn. Let me go ahead and change the name on the screen. Give me a second, please. You're spelling Capricorn wrong. Okay, get some water. All right, Cappy. I know there's one more thing. Let me get the chart up. I have that song stuck in my head again. That Tyler song, "Water." Is she a Capricorn? I can see her being a Capricorn. Is she a Capricorn? Okay, I'm not gonna look it up in your reading, Capricorn. Okay, let's see. Let's get your card for the week. Look at you. You're about to be having a full moon in your 10th house. Is something changing for you about work and how people see you, or how you see yourself, or how you want people to see you or recognize you? I'm hearing prestige. I'm hearing words like prestige and honor. Oh, okay. You have Hod here with tell the truth. With that, I heard that Carrie Hilson song, Tell Him the Truth. 5 of Wands in the High Priestess here, even if that causes something, okay? With the 5 of Wands, some unrest, social unrest. Okay, Mercury is in your 3rd house. Okay, for some of you, that could be like with the siblings. Some of you could be sharing something online. Okay, the people you're familiar with, community, community, yes, with the 3rd house, but I was going to say like cousins, or again, people within your family or your home with the 4th house. Okay, you have the Sun and the 10 of Wands. Damn, I heard that. I heard a heavy cross to bear. Wow. The truth. That's what I'm saying. Like the truth. So you could be feeling like that. Like the truth is like this heavy thing to wear, you know, to be holding so many truths maybe. What's the challenge here for Capricorn? Oh, okay, the Strength card. So courage. Stepping into courage, bravery. 3 of Wands and the Emperor, because it's something about your future, okay? So I see strength in the being the challenge, having courage, being being brave. 6 of Swords in reverse here, and the King of Swords with justice. Whew. So this again is something for you. Capricorn is not avoidable, or they're advising you to not avoid it. They're even referencing the Mercury retrograde right now, like it's in your house of communication, and that's where Mercury is at home. In the 3rd house, although Mercury does not like to be in Pisces, the 3rd house is familiar to Mercury because it's naturally ruled by Gemini, which is the 3rd house. So they're saying, Capricorn, if there was ever a time, this Mercury retrograde might be it, okay? All right, you have, literally as I say that, the other sign that is associated with Mercury, and that's Virgo. So you have the Hermit card, the 2 of Pentacles, okay, and the 5 of Cups. That 2 of Pentacles made me feel like something about work for some of y'all too, just kind of foreshadowing the, listen, as I say that, I have the 8 of Pentacles in my hand. Okay, just came out the deck. That's the work card. Okay, and I was saying that just foreshadowing the Libra eclipse y'all about to have. That's y'all's 10th house. That's a work house. Okay. I wonder if this is also for some of you, like having the courage to take an offer. Okay, because the Page of Pentacles is sitting under that. And Temperance. Wow. Some of you, this could be something about forgiveness as well. Okay, this could be something about healing something. Okay. Some of you, it is with a Leo. I was about to call you Leo, and the Strength card is out here. The Sun is out here too. Those both are Leo cards. It could be a Sagittarius as well. Temperance, a Virgo. But this could be about forgiveness. This could be about accepting, like having the courage to, I don't know, accept something from someone. I wonder if it's friends. For some of you, you have the Three of Cups out here. Let me see your 11th house. Okay. So I know you guys did have some friend stuff going on. Okay, let's clarify the Six of Swords here. Knight of Cups, the Death card. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Okay, could be Scorpio that some of you guys are dealing with. I feel like for some of you, this could be like bridging the gap to some type of reconciliation, or at the very least forgiveness, letting bygones be bygones about something. Yeah, you could be changing your mind about something. Somebody else could be changing their mind about something with Mercury going back into Pisces, where again, yeah, Mercury doesn't like to be in Pisces, but Venus does. But Mercury likes a third house too, like I said. So again, this could be about somebody changing their mind. Again, if I could tell you anything in this guidance that's coming out, the Six of Swords is in reverse. It's unavoidable, so it's something that I feel like you do, like Spirit wants you to face it, wants you to deal with it. Somebody else had that. I don't know who it was. Okay, but you could have some relevance to that sign as well, but this is something that needs to be faced. It needs to be taken head on, decided upon head on. Again, another, I feel like, reference of this like new era that we're in with this Neptune and Aries. And again, you have Hod with tell the truth. And so, you know, I know we always say, as I'm closing this out for you, Capricorn, like, you know, tell the truth about, like, you know, more so like negative things or something like that, or like maybe, you know, exposing someone or telling someone what they need to hear, but also telling the truth to yourself. Like, if this is someone that you want to forgive, you know, being honest about that. You know, I feel like we don't talk about that other side as much, but really being honest with yourself about that, because sometimes we can have shame or be worried about what other people are going to think, and, you know, you're the only one that has to live your life seriously and live with your decisions. So make sure they're ones that you want to make. Okay, so that's all I have for you, Capricorn. I appreciate you. I pray that those messages find you all are helpful and healing. I almost tripped over my words. Okay, let's go ahead and get Aquarius out. Now I'm not supposed to do what you have. How can I? As I'm thinking about the words to this song, Aquarius, I'm like, hold on now, I'm coming into your energy. What is this? Oh, you literally have the South Node in the 8th house of OPP, other people's property. So it could very well be. Okay, with this song, it's talking about, this is Erykah Badu, Next Lifetime. So it could very well be that, Aquarius. Okay, there's a huge delay on YouTube. Like, I've been changed the name and it's not. Okay. We're not even going to speak on it. Mercury is retrograde. Aquarius. Let's talk. Okay. Let's chitter chatter. Yeah, this South Node, again, moving through the 8th house could very much be that you don't want to share anymore. Whether that be somebody's man, woman, resources, property, a space with someone. Okay, because you also just had an eclipse in your 3rd house, a new moon, solar eclipse in your 3rd house. So it might be a new environment, engaging with new communities and new people, while also separating yourself from other like shared spaces or people. Okay. And then you're going to have Mars go direct, just foreshadowing, you know, later. into your 7th house of relationships. So I really don't think you're going to be missing nothing on relationships. Honestly, Aquarius. You have Hecate or Hecate with past life healing. So you're getting deep. So this is a deep week. Okay, in other words. Past life healing. A lot of times the 12th and the 8th house for me can be about past lives. That Scorpio Pisces energy. And some of you could be healing something about like past life relationships or like codependencies or what it meant for you to like merge with people in the past, and maybe you're healing that in this lifetime. Yeah, the 10 of Cups. Okay. It's the main theme with the 2 of Pentacles. Ooh, and the 2 of Swords. I was going to say that. Like, that's what I got, playing with happiness, juggling happiness. And maybe that's something that you're wanting to change, right? Like, what was that? Okay. So they're giving me an example. Like, I remember when I was in therapy, and the therapist used to say, you know, that we wanted to change my baseline mood, right? To where it was, you know, down on myself a lot of the times, or, you know, low, very low energy and things like that, to where we wanted it to be my base emotion, my base energy is happy, is contentment, is, you know, I'm chilling, you know, type of thing. So this feels like that's what you are wanting to achieve, like just stable self-worth, because that's what it is equating to with the North Node in your 2nd house, working on your self-worth, your independence, what you have earned for yourself, what you feel you have built for yourself, that's not tied to another person or another thing, or, you know, something that you feel might have control over you or wants to control you. So I feel like you're definitely thinking about all that this week. And again, like I said, you just had the solar eclipse in your 3rd house, but I don't think you want to juggle with that anymore. And if you are intertwined with someone, or to the point of like you feel like it's codependent, you know, that could really play on your energy and make your mood fluctuate. Your self-worth, how you feel about yourself, really fluctuate, go up and down. Listen, the King of Pentacles in reverse, especially if you feel like somebody has control over like your stability or finances or something like that, especially finances, because that's the finance house. Okay, so King of Pentacles in reverse, and then you have the Fool and the 4 of Wands. Yeah, some of you might, I don't know, you might be changing environments or something. Seriously, some of you might be dealing with an Aries here. So yeah, I do see like a challenge here being some instability, or maybe a decrease in finances, or what you have, or what you have access to. That's what I want to say. Okay, so the Fool coming out sideways. 2. The 3 of Cups and the 9 of Cups. And let me just say, like, that might not be a problem. Okay, you might willingly be severing a tie where you know you're not gonna have access to something anymore, or, you know, you could be the one cutting the cord. Okay, clarify the 10 of Cups, the 2 of Wands, the 10 of Swords, and the Knight of Swords here. Yeah, I feel like this is like getting in the driver's seat of your life. Yep, 2 of Swords, the King of Wands, and the Ace of Swords. And I feel like something is forcing you to get very clear about your ideas. This could also be okay, because before Mercury went into your 2nd house, he was in your 3rd house. So this retrograde could be you really getting clear ideas, or something that's really going to help you maybe garner more or further independence, or a way to build something for yourself. Okay, clarify the Fool, its guidance, the 7 of Pentacles, the Empress, and the 4 of Pentacles. Some of you could be dealing with a Taurus or Libra as well. Literally, I feel like this is you creating something of your own, from your own self-worth. You have the Empress, 4 of Pentacles, and the 7 of Pentacles, and I feel like you're really going to consider this, really give this thought this week. And the challenge, it could be, what am I saying, triggered by either, again, you feeling like somebody has way too much say so or control over your finances or stability, or it's somehow you're pondering this. Somehow this is what is coming up for you. And I feel like with this past life healing here, that's eighth house stuff. So whatever it is about that eighth house, about having to share something with people or resources, whatever that is, okay, I feel like that is really coming up to be examined this week. Okay, and like really asking you how you want to proceed moving forward, even if it's just that certain things, certain dynamics might change. All right, so let's see. I think that's all that I have for you guys. Some of you, yeah, okay, no, I was about to say you're not having a full moon in the 10th house, having a full moon in the 9th house. So yeah, and with that, some of your values might be changing. Okay, because this Pisces Virgo energy is that axis for you. All right, that's what I have for you, Aquarius. All right, I pray those messages find you well or helpful in healing. Please don't forget to like the video when you guys see this. I do appreciate you. All right, let's go ahead and slide on over to Pisces so we can wrap for tonight. Honestly, my throat is still kind of sore too from what I told you guys, what happened to me yesterday, because it was just so much commotion. Whew, okay, Pisces, let's go ahead and get your name on the screen and let's get your chart up so we can get your read. Okay, Pisceans, you still have a lot going on. We've talked about that. Neptune's out of your sign. But you still have a lot going on. All right, so let's see. I'm wondering if, I don't think it's you that's miscommunicating. Because although Mercury is in your sign, Mercury rules other people in your chart. Your 7th house and your 4th house. Okay. Let's see. For Piscean spirit. Okay. You have Artemis with Brave Spirit. First time Artemis is out here. I don't think we had any repeats. I think everybody got a different energy out here today. You have Artemis with Brave Spirit. Artemis always reminds me of Sagittarius. It's the only sign with the bow. An arrow. Okay, tell me what's going on for Pisces. Let's break it down, Pisces. See how it might break down for you this week. You have the 3 of Swords in reverse. Okay. And the Sun. You did just have a lunar eclipse in your 7th house, you know, eclipsing people out. This could be about healing. The Sun and the 7 of Swords, but there could still be truths coming out. This is what I'm saying. Okay, it could be about other people. We're still in eclipse season. Okay. And you're gonna have the lunar eclipse in Libra in your 8th house. Of, again, it can be connected to other people because it's a house that is shared. It's other people's resources. It's a challenge this week. The Knight of Pentacles and the 2 of Wands. So again, for you too, it could be the challenge for you this week could feel like you're not getting ahead quick enough. You're not getting over something quick enough. You're not healing quick enough. You're not feeling happier quick enough. Okay, because the Three of Swords in reverse is the main, like, card. Clarify guidance here. Okay, that was weird. The Hierophant in reverse. Woo. Wow. That's Taurus. Ten of Wands and the Seven of Swords. Oh my God. Wow, that just clicked. Something for you guys could dramatically be shifting as far as shared finances. No, seriously, like something could be changing because again, you are about to have that eclipse in an 8th house of shared resources and finances. And you had a solar eclipse new moon in your 2nd house of independence, which could be gearing you up or getting you ready for like more independence or building something of your own or for yourself. And for some of you, that might be something brave, like something. Okay, you have brave spirit here. The Hierophant in reverse, it might be kind of like bucking the system a little bit, or like, you know, with the Hierophant in reverse, it's like non-traditional, unconventional, out of the box, not following the rules type of thing. Okay. It could be a divorce. It could be leaving a marriage. It could be leaving a marriage and not having that extra cushion of, you know, the other person's money or something, or relationship, whatever it is. Okay. Queen of Wands here, the Star. Some of you could be dealing with an Aquarius or Taurus. Ooh, okay. Some of you, something about this week is like about getting your groove back. Again, you've just had a solar eclipse in your 2nd house of self-worth. Yeah. The World here. So yeah, if you feel like something is slow this week, ooh, 3 major arcanas. Things are moving, okay? You're just not seeing it on the surface or in the 3D right now, but you know the world that we're living in, okay? You know the new era that we're living in. If you feel it, okay, and your intuition, like we are otherworldly beings. We are supernatural. Okay, that is what we're coming back into. So it feels like if things are feeling slow this week, or you're feeling a little bit impatient, Pisces, I feel like again this is purposeful. Okay, like you are kind of being slowed down a little bit. Ooh. And I feel like you should not be worried. For those of you, if this is like a separation or something like that that is transpiring this week, yeah, this is like do not worry. Okay, the Nine of Swords, the Justice card, and the Queen of Pentacles here. And don't let that if something's not going your way this week, I feel like don't let that intimidate you into reversing your decision or feeling or having regrets. Because remember, in the astrology, like I said, just be forewarned. Like the middle of the week towards, I want to say like let me see, I'm looking at it, Thursday, Friday, you could start to feel those squares if you're extra sensitive, maybe like the end of Wednesday going into Thursday. But Saturdays, okay, so like really ebb and flow with this energy. Go with your intuition. If it's telling you it's going to be all right, stop trying to overthink about the details of how. Okay, because it feels like something is going to be taken care of. It balances itself out, so there's nothing to worry about here. I really feel like that. Okay, and I feel like with Artemis, the brave spirit coming out here, Pisces, I don't know why I want to call you Taurus. I feel like this is saying, you know, again, know that you made the right choice. Know that this was the right decision for you, and that it did take a lot of courage, whatever this is, or bravery, or whatever decision it is. I don't care how big or small it is, okay? I don't care if it's a decision that you have to make at the grocery store. Okay, it came out in this reading. It is big, and treat it that way. You know, stop treating things like it's just another thing. You know, sometimes our choices are reflections of our growth and how we're progressing and stuff, you know. So give yourself a pat on the back. Do not worry this week, Pisceans. Okay, get your groove back. Feed yourself. Rest. You know, work on building your confidence and work on really healing. Don't rush the process. Okay, the things are coming. They're working out. You just can't see it. Okay, that's what I have for you, Pisces. I appreciate you. I pray that those messages find you well, are helpful, and healing. We are done, guys. I appreciate all of you who came through, in and out, whatever it was. I appreciate that. Please don't forget to hit the like button, guys. I know I'm trying out and testing out a lot of new stuff. I'm trying to do it while Mercury is retrograde. I really am, to figure it out. That was a download that I got, was like, do it now and figure it out while Mercury is retrograde. Like, that's what I should be doing. And if you're a Scorpio rising, like, you should be doing that. You know, just trying it out, like, you know, your creative pursuits and things like that. Or things that you enjoy doing, that you're passionate about, because it's for a bigger thing. Okay, that was just my little Scorpio vibe. Anyways, that's what I have for you guys. I really appreciate you listening to my story. I know that I will have so many more downloads as I continue to, let me take Pisces' name off the screen, as I continue to process everything that happened. It happened so fast, and that was just the clearest download, that, like, it automatically struck me. So yeah, you just think about it, just replaying it. It's just crazy to me, y'all. Just so crazy. Oh my god. Anyways, I'm gonna make sure I timestamp that. If I can make that into a smaller bite, because I really want to share that message with people, then I will. And I shared it on TikTok too, so if you're not following me there, it is just Mana Eileen Tarot, just straight like that. No characters or symbols or nothing. I appreciate you guys, and I will be seeing you soon. I pray all these messages find you well, are helpful and healing. Enjoy the rest of your Mars night, and have a great Mercury day tomorrow. Until next time, bye.